Hey Taurus, I hope you guys are doing great. This is going to be your general love reading for May 15th through the 31st. We're going to take a peek at the overall energy that's surrounding you guys right now, and then we'll get into some tarot and look at your energy, the energy of the person that's around you, any challenges, obstacles, or what might be hidden. We'll look at some advice from Spirit, and then we'll see what your potential outcome is. And we'll wrap up the reading by pulling one last oracle card to see if there are any final messages for you from Spirit. I do like to get all of my cards out before I start reading, so if you want to go straight to your message, go ahead and click the timestamp in the description box below. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get started. So, the first oracle card that we have out for you is Heart Fire. Let's grab one more oracle card for the overall energy surrounding this reading. Overall energy surrounding this reading for my Taurus collective. We have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. All right, so we'll see how those fit into your overall reading. But let's get into some tarot and start by pulling a card for your current energy. And we have the King of Cups for the energy of the person that's around you or that's on your mind. We have the Sun for challenges, obstacles, and what might currently be hidden. We have the Knight in reverse or the Moon in reverse. For advice from Spirit, we have the Ten of Swords. And we also have the Ten of Cups in reverse. And for your potential outcome for my Taurus collective, we have the Two of Torches in reverse. Okay, so let's grab another tarot deck and see if we can clarify these messages a little bit more. So the first card we have out for you in your energy is the Eight of Swords in reverse. For the energy around your person, we have the King of Chalices. For challenges, obstacles, and what might be hidden, we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Advice from Spirit, we have the Knave of Chalices in reverse. And for your potential outcome, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay, so let's grab some oracle cards and get some final messages before we get into the reading. So starting with the current energy of my Taurus collective, we have narcissism. For their person, we have thinking. For challenges, obstacles, and what might be hidden, we have one date. For advice from Spirit. Advice from Spirit. Okay, we have two. We have creating reality, and we also have destructive habits. And for your potential outcome. Oh, we have a couple. We have back together, and we have strategy. Okay, Taurus, let's get into this. So, I want to start this by saying that getting your reading started was nothing but chaos and shenanigans. Like, I literally sat down to do your reading about an hour and a half ago. I've had to restart my computer multiple times. I had to switch out cameras. I had to take a break. I had to have some wine. It was literally the most ridiculous thing I've ever experienced when it comes to technology, because there was really no good reason that everything shouldn't have been working. And I feel as though that may have been your experience. Like, it's a lot of frustration, and it doesn't feel as though it's something that you get mad at per se, like you're not punching the air and crying yourself to sleep at night, but it's almost like you're just shaking your head and it's like, what the hell? Like, seriously? Like, everything that's going wrong can go wrong, and there's no reason that it should be doing this. So that's just sort of the feeling that I got when I was trying to get started with you guys. But looking at the overall energy, we have heart fire and keep an open mind. And so what it feels like is that there is something brewing around you, right? That has the potential to be very good for you. But it almost also feels as though there's a sense where you have it mapped out in your head how this relationship or how the meeting of this person is supposed to go, or what sort of physical form they're in, what kind of job they have. It almost seems like you have a lot of preconceived notions about what this relationship is supposed to look like. And what I'm feeling for the overall energy is that it might come to you in an unexpected package. And not saying that that package is not going to be good for you, and not saying that it wouldn't be something that you want. It's just something that may be a little bit outside of the box that you've created when it comes to relationships. So we'll see, but digging into the tarot, for your current energy, we have the King of Cups, we have the Eight of Swords in reverse, and we also have narcissism. Manipulation, control, infidelity, disregards boundaries, egocentric, entitlement, selfish, and rule breaker. So, Taurus, I don't necessarily think that you're a terrible person, right? I don't think that you're, just nasty and out to hurt people. But what these cards are telling me is that you are ready to offer some goodness to someone. It feels as though you are not sort of stuck in your head. You're very resolute about it. This is something that you absolutely want. But what I'm also hearing is that you are so strong in your convictions and what you're ready to offer that there seems to be like little to no wiggle room about what the person coming in is offering you. So it almost feels like a situation where you're saying that your person, if you're looking to date a guy, he has to be 6'1", 0.25 inches, and he has to be 214.7 pounds. And if someone came to you that was like, 212 pounds, you would be like, no, nope, that's not what I want. That's not what I'm looking for. You are dismissed. Like, it feels as though you're very rigid in what you expect of this person. So what we have for the energy that's surrounding you is the Sun. We have the King of Chalices again. And we also have thinking. Time is needed. Don't make reactive, impulsive decisions. Consider all perspectives. So this person that's around you, whether they're presently here or currently, or getting ready to come into you, this is a person who is also ready, right? You have the matching King of Cups. This is somebody who is also very ready to offer themselves to that special person. But they want to be very considerate about it, right? This feels like a very thoughtful energy. And, the prospect of them being in a relationship makes them very happy. This is something that they've waited for. This is something that they've worked for. This is something that they're ready to do, right? With the person who's ready to allow them to come in. Looking at the challenges, obstacles, and what's hidden, we have the Knight in reverse, or the Moon in reverse. We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. And we also have one date. Give it at least one date. It takes time to know someone. Take a chance. Switch up your life. So, Taurus, what's challenging is for you to sort of uncover what it is that you truly want and find that, that balance, right? Between your preconceived notions and what it is that's truly good for you. Figuring out how to sort of exercise that level of discernment of whether or not this person who might be just a little bit outside of your parameters is actually a good person. And so what you don't see, the challenge is getting to know someone past this sort of first blush, this first glance. Now, I'm not saying that if somebody comes towards you and they are just absolutely, completely not the type of person that you would ever even consider, like big things, right? Like Like, say they come up to you and they smell like they've been rolling in cat piss and they've been, smoking cigarettes since they got out the womb, and that's not your zhuzh. This perhaps is not somebody that you want to get to know, and that's okay. Those are big, glaring things. But if you have someone that you meet who has a mustache and you're like, oh, I'd never date somebody with a mustache, maybe that's somebody that's worth giving a chance, seeing a little bit beyond the exterior. So for those little things, those superficial things, it may be worth it to give them a chance. And it seems as though that's a bit of a challenge. But if you'll notice, the overall energy was keep an open mind. And then this card, the big challenge for you is take a chance, switch up your type. So it really seems as though you sort of boxed yourself in as far as the type of person that you're willing to even entertain. So looking at the advice from Spirit, we have the Ten of Swords, we have the Ten of Cups in reverse, we have the Knave of Chalices in reverse, and 2 oracle cards. The first one that we have is Creating Reality. Live your best life by design. You have amazing experiences, freedom, lifestyle, and infinite potential. And we also have Destructive Habits. Addictions to gambling, alcohol, sex, negativity impacting relationships, toxic thinking or behavior. So what we have in terms of the advice from Spirit is that, and I'm trying to think of a good way to say this, but you are, in not opening your mind a little bit, you are almost in a way betraying yourself and what it is that you want, because you're being so restricted that you're not allowing your heart and mind to open up to the possibilities that exist. And staying in this place of, assigning these characteristics and how things play out and how everything's going to go, this sort of controlling behavior that you have, it's going to manifest itself. It's going to come to fruition. So what I'm feeling is that you need to take very small steps, right? Instead of having this picture in your mind of, this ideal person, this ideal situation, this ideal relationship, it's almost as if you've gone from 0 to 1,000. And you're forgetting to enjoy the bits and pieces in between. You're forgetting to not look at everyone as a potential forever, but looking at people as good and positive interactions that will help you focus on what it is that you truly want. And I suspect that it's something that's beyond the superficiality that you might have been looking at so far, right? So every interaction with someone is a chance to get to know a new and different person and to say, oh, hey, I really like this about them. I didn't know that I would, but this is great. So every piece of that sort of refines what it is that you're looking for. And it may give you the opportunity to expand your requirements into things that you hadn't thought about before, but have come to find out that they actually may be really good. So Spirit essentially is saying, go out, have a good time, get to know a variety of people, because it may just expand your horizons and it may expand the bucket of possibilities that you might have otherwise cut yourself off from. So looking at the potential outcome, we have the Two of Torches in reverse, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse, and then 2 oracle cards. The first is back together, reunited, good chance of getting back together. We are back together, things flowing well again. And we also have strategy. Have a game plan, implement daily routines that support your goals, be clear about desires. So what I'm feeling for your potential outcome, Taurus, is that you are going to sort of stop restricting yourself on people that you get to know and the type of person that you think you would entertain. Like if you are only looking for lawyers, well, maybe you'll take a chance on a doctor or an engineer or a social worker or something of that sort. But I think you're going to make the decision to open yourself up, is what this looks like. You are going to not be so rigid. You're not going to be so quick to dismiss people. And I think that in doing that, it's going to take a little bit of practice, right? Because this pattern of thinking has become so ingrained in you that it's become a part of you, right? It's become a part of how you operate. So I think that you're going to work on that. I think you're going to work on being a little bit more open, and you'll start seeing people and better situations flowing into you. You're going to expand the ability for you to meet this person that sets your heart on fire, because there is somebody who is waiting for you to give them an opportunity. They're waiting for you to allow them to show you what they have to offer. And this is a very considerate person that you may not have considered before. So this could come as a very unexpected surprise for you. So let's go ahead and pull one last oracle card and see what final message Spirit has for you. So for Tauruses, your card is freedom. You are releasing any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through the loving energy of openness. I swear, Taurus, I cannot make this up, and I did not manipulate these cards, but everything is saying for you to be more open. Keep an open mind. Switch up your type. Take a chance. Let go of any limiting beliefs or restrictions that you may have. And once you do that, this dark horse that you never would have considered before, who's ready to give all of this love and is thoughtful and considerate and a happy person, they're going to come in, but you have to be open to it. Okay? So Taurus, I'm going to leave it there on that high note. I hope that this was helpful for you. I hope that this resonated. In the meanwhile, stay safe, stay healthy, and I am sending you all huge hugs.